Politics and geopolitics news. U.S. Commerce Department head Latnik is confident that EU countries will not impose retaliatory duties on U.S. goods after August 1. They just won't do it, Lutnick said on CBS television channel. US Commerce Secretary Lutnick said that countries can still negotiate with the US after August 1st, but that is the deadline to start paying reciprocal duties. China will take decisive measures in response to the European Union's 18th package of anti-Russian sanctions, China's Ministry of Commerce. Commerce Secretary Latnik says he's confident the US will succeed in reaching a trade agreement with the EU. Brazil won't end trade talks with us, statement. US-India trade agreement expected in September-October, NDTV. Sri Lanka, as part of trade talks, is considering buying oil from the US, head of state-run fuel company Ceylon Petroleum Corporation, CPC. Financial and stock market news. London Stock Exchange considers launching 24-hour trading, FEET. China, 1-year LPR, loan prime rate, equals 3%. 5-year LPR, loan prime rate, equals 3.5%. China keeps benchmark lending rates unchanged as economic growth remains strong, CNBC. New Zealand, consumer CPI inflation, 2Q 2025. Coke equals plus 0.5%. YOY equals plus 2.7%. Hedge funds are actively shorting longs in oil, Bloomberg. TSMC's market capitalization surpassed the $1 trillion mark for the first time in history. Huawei has begun to not only represent Beijing's answer to US Nvidia, but is building an entire AI ecosystem around its AI chips, providing data centers and software. CNBC. Stellantis expects a net loss of $2.7 billion in the first half of the year due to high duties. US semiconductor stocks are already about 11% of the SP 500 index, equals a record. US economy picks up again. Consumers are spending again after spring duty cuts. Wall Street Journal. US duty revenues grow rapidly, data compiled by Bloomberg. Corporate insiders have started to ramp up selling in US stocks, LSEG data. Verizon raises earnings outlook. Verizon equals plus 5%. Figma plans to raise $1.03 billion in an IPO on the NYSE. The company could be valued at $13.65 billion. Bank of America warns that Tesla's 2Q 2025 results could be disappointing due to duties and weak supplies. Besant calls for a review of the functioning of the entire Fed. A record oil and gas field for Poland has been discovered in the Baltic Sea. The reserves are estimated at 22 million tons of oil and condensate and 5 billion cubic meters of gas. This is the largest oil field discovered in Europe in the last 10 to 15 years. $10,000 invested in Netflix stock in 2002 is now equal to $11,200,000. Crypto World News. CryptoRank, top 7 unlocks in tokens this week. ETFs bought up 6.5 times more BTC than miners mined in a week. Every week since the beginning of the year. In addition, BTC is now being actively bought by companies for their balance sheets. Some sovereigns are also starting to buy. In honor of its 10th anniversary, Ethereum is launching NFT The Torch, a commemorative token to honor the people and values that shaped the first decade of ETH. The torch will be passed from wallet to wallet for 10 days until the anniversary celebration. Amid the start of the new alt season, the total market capitalization of NFT has surpassed the $6 billion mark. Bloomberg Terminal started quoting BTC price in millions of dollars. Conflux plans to release an offshore yuan stablecoin and upgrade to version 3.0 in August. Conflux equals plus 100% in 2 days. Conflux Network, China's only public blockchain to meet regulatory requirements. Cumulative open interest in ETH futures on major exchanges hits new record, over $52 billion, CoinGlass data. Continued inflows into crypto equals plus $4.39 billion for the week, vs. plus $3.7 billion a week earlier, CoinShares. Fundstrat, ETH rate could reach $4,000 by the end of July, and $15,000 in the long term. Sweden's H100 Group has raised SEK 14 million to buy BTC for its balance sheet. Dynamics is preparing to merge with another company to create a new company called Ether Machine. The merged company will buy an balance of ETH worth over $1.5 billion. QCP Capital, altcoin season picks up amid record inflows into spot ETH ETFs. Sequence bought another 1264 BTC for its balance sheet. Strategy bought another 6,220 BTC. Tether CEO, USD usage is growing rapidly globally, especially in emerging markets. In 1H 2025, USD transfers grew by 120% compared to the whole of 2024, of which 66% of transfers were made in West Asia, Middle East and Africa. The Pengu token overtook the Trump token in market capitalization to become the second largest memcoin on Solana. Trump Media bought BTC for a balance of $2 billion. DeFi Development Corp has increased the number of sols on its balance sheet to 1 million tokens. DeFi Development Corp equals plus 10%. Maturity Fintech holding to raise $200 million to buy sol for balance sheet. Maturity Fintech equals plus 15%. Dropstab, NFT sales volume grew nearly 200% today, reaching $50 million across all blockchains. Trump Media, assets in BTC now account for 2/3 of the company's total liquid assets. Ethereum launches $260 million buyback. Polymarket bought crypto exchange QCEX, about to enter the US market. Upexi bought 100,000 sols for the balance sheet. Upexi equals plus 30%. Analysts at Centaura, formerly Into the Block, estimate that already more than 7.5% of the total BTC supply is lost forever. Glassnode, for the first time in more than 6 months, ETH is showing the first signs of a trend reversal in buying behavior. Active buying by whales and others has been going on since early July. BTCS Inc. bought another 22935 ETH for its balance sheet. BTCS Inc. equals plus 2%. SEC Chief, ETH is not a security.